say that writing stories or composing music or dancing sparkly dances is easy for them. Nothing interferes with their ability to create. While I celebrate their creative freedom, a little part of me wants to punch those motherfrackers in the face. This song, I sing this song for them and for all you guys. Help me out, y'all.
We'll sing back up.
You have a story to tell, a novel you keep in a drawer.
Old sock drawer.
You have a painting to paint or a song about the Trojan War.
Trojan War.
You have a movie to make, shrinky dinks you can bake, but you best grab a steak, 'cause in swoop the vampires, in cream the vampires, knee deep in vampires, filling you with doubt, insecurity about what your art should be in. Fly the vampires, die vampire. You sketched that turtle you saw in an ad on late night cable TV.
Tippy turtle.
But your fourth grade teacher said
You can't draw.
oh, those vampires won't let you be
Like Miss Johnson.
And when they come, run like hell. See those bats in your belfry, then call on Van Helsing. In swoosh,
The vampires.
in a whoosh,
The vampires.
baba ganoush.
The vampires.
Filling you with thoughts of
Self-consciousness.
feelings of
Worthlessness.
They'll make you second guess, die vampire. There are so many vampires, inside, outside, and nationwide. It helps to recognize them with this vampire hunting guide. Listen closely. A vampire is any person, thought, or feeling that stands between you and your creative self-expression. But they can assume many seductive forms, and here's a few of them.
Tell us, Kirsten.
First up are your pygmy vampires. They'll swarm around your head like gnats and say things like,
Your teeth need whitening.
you went to state school?
You sound weird.
Shakespeare, Sondheim, and Sedaris did it before you and better than you. Or they might say that you cannot sing good enough to be in a musical. Or they might say,
Ooh, your song's derivative. Ooh, your song's derivative. Ooh, your song's derivative.
Die vampire, die. Brothers and sisters, next up is the air freshener vampire. She might look like your mama or your old Aunt Fanny. She smells something unpleasant in what you're creating, and she'll urge you to it up with some pine fresh smell 'em ups. The air freshener vampire doesn't want you to write about
Bad language.
blood
Or fornication.
No, she wants you to clean it up and clean it out, which will leave your work toothless, gutless, and crotchless, but you'll be left with 2 tight paragraphs about kittens that your grandma would be so proud of. You look at that air freshener vampire and her fresh face, and you say, Morte vampire, morte. The last vampire is the mother of all vampires. It'll wake you up at 4 a.m. to say things like,
Who do you think you're kidding?
You look like a fool. No matter how hard you try, you'll never be good enough.
why is it that if some guy walks up to me on the subway platform and says these things, I think he's just a mentally ill stranger? But if the voice inside my head says it, it's the voice of reason.
You have a story to tell. You have stolen a drawer. You have a painting to paint. You best